The movie begins with Honey, Fukrey number 1, who's peeing against the wall. Chucha, Fukrey number 2, is sitting on the ground along the tree. Honey finishes peeing and starts to dig a hole in the wall. Chucha asks him why and he replies that he is leaving a mark behind. Chucha is confused about whether they will score admission to their favorite college or not. Honey assures him by swearing on his mother that they will get accepted into their favorite college. They are daydreaming that no one cares what they do in college. They can mess around, flirt with girls or sit in the canteen all day. In the next scene, Lolly, Fukrey number 3, is reminding God that he knows all his needs, so if he could get him a transfer to Shalu's college because he missed it last year. He gets up and sits again to tell God that he wants admission to Bishop College in case God forgets. He gets out of the temple and sees that the gas cylinder is not with his bike. He asks an uncle passing by. He replies that he doesn't drink milk. Honey and Chucha are going on a bike and Chucha suddenly stops the bicycle because he sees a wedding going on nearby. They join the barat and start picking up the money from the ground. Honey sees Priya, Honey's girlfriend, and likes her. He goes to her while dancing and starts to dance around her. Chucha joins him. Both of them are dancing carelessly and crash into an uncle. They touch his feet and dance away from him. In the next scene, Lolly is seen working at his father's restaurant and he sees that a drunken has Lolly's gas cylinder. The drunk is playing with it and rolls over to Lolly's feet. Lolly stops it. The drunk asks Lolly if he wants to buy it at half price and also says that he found it on a road. Lolly threatens to slap him and cusses him. The drunken says that he can keep it as charity. He goes away and comes back and asks if Lolly can get a plate of chole bhature because he's hungry. Upon the waiter bringing him a plate of his food, he complains that the food should be served on a plate. The restaurant owner is yelling at why is he getting a plate free of cost. Lolly escapes the place on his bike with the excuse of Raju calling him to clear the previous dues, but he went to pick up his girlfriend from the bus stand, Shalu, who's Lolly's girlfriend. Lolly and Shalu are on their way to Shalu's college on the bike and Lolly asks when she will give him a tour of her college. Shalu says that only if Pandit Ji allows it. In the next scene, Honey and Chucha are sitting with the Pandit Ji who's a college guard and trying to get information about admission to the college. Pandit Ji tells them that there's a back door. Honey and Chucha ask him what is it. Pandit Ji says that the solved papers of the 12th grade are out. Honey and Chucha tell Pandit Ji to get it done. Pandit Ji says that visit a day before every exam and takes the answers in exchange for 50,000 rupees. Honey and Chucha object to the price. Pandit Ji says he's charging others 60,000 rupees and already giving them a discount, so they should prepare the money because there are only 7 days left. Honey and Chucha are convincing Pandit Ji to 5 minutes of the tour and see that he let Lolly in the college with his girlfriend. Pandit Ji finally allows them and tells them that if anyone asks, tell them that they are Zafar's cousins. Honey and Chucha meet Zafar, Fukrey number 4, one who's playing the guitar, and compliment him. Pandit Ji sees them and asks them if their 5 minutes are still not up. Honey and Chucha ask him to introduce him to Zafar and he replies that Zafar is the one who's playing the guitar. After Honey and Chucha left, Pandit Ji asks Zafar that he doesn't go for bigger shows. Zafar replies that it's a bigger game for people with contacts. Honey and Chucha are lying down on a roof and daydreaming about their first day of college. Chucha says that he forgot to tell him about his yesterday's dream. In the next scene, Honey and Chucha went to a shop to buy 100 tickets for Sri Ganesh but couldn't because the shopkeeper hid them and lied to them that they were sold out. They chose the number 3 and bought lottery tickets and they won. Lolly gets out of the temple and sees that someone stole the rear tire of his bike. He asks an uncle passing by that if he saw someone stealing the tire and he replies that he's not married. Lolly realizes that he's late and runs, and while he's running, he sees that the same drunk has the tire of his bike. He stops and cusses him but realizes that he's late and runs away. He sees that his girlfriend sat in someone else's car. Neetu, who's Zafar's girlfriend, approaches him and explains that friends change with time. She gets on a bus and Lolly also gets on the same bus. Lolly tells her he wants a migration to her college and if she could teach him. After some convincing, she agrees to tutor him in the evening at her place. Lolly does this so he can make her girlfriend jealous. In the next scene, Honey and Chucha are riding a bicycle and passing by a house, and Honey suddenly sees the same girl from the wedding. He waves to her and the girl warns to beat him. Honey gets on a roof to stalk her and Chucha reminds him that they have 5 days left to pay Pandit Ji. Honey lands a kite on her roof that says, "Will you be my friend?" She gets the kite back to him and Honey does parkour on his way to her roof. She agrees to be his friend and nothing more. Honey tells her that he only likes mature girls and already has a girlfriend that is 1 year older than him. He continues to tell her how he has kissed her girlfriend many times. Lolly went to the teacher's house to study accounting. Zafar and Neetu fight over Zafar's career and she warns him that if he fails, she will never forgive him. Honey and Chucha are eating in Lolly's father's restaurant and Lolly asks him what's going on. Honey says that they are finding buyers for 12th grade solve papers. He asks if he also wants it, and Lolly replies that he wants first-year exams. Honey says that go to Pandit Ji and give him his reference. Honey and Chucha visit Pradhan Ji and he tells him that the dancer got injured, and only Honey can dance like that. Honey disguises himself as a girl. Pradhan Ji asks him to shave but he doesn't and leaves in anger. Honey, Chucha and Lolly visit Pandit Ji to get a discount on the solved papers but he doesn't give them a discount. Honey says that he has the plan to buy lottery tickets based on their skill and Pandit Ji's investment, and they can divide the profit. The Pandit Ji cusses them and declines the offer. All of them visit Boli Ji. Honey and Chucha explain their plan to her and upon asking for collateral, they give her a necklace which turned out to be fake. She throws it on Honey's face and tells them to get out. Lolly asks if his father's shop's paper could be used as collateral. All of them try to get Chucha to sleep so he can dream and win the lottery. He didn't sleep, and when everyone wakes up in the morning and asks him about the dream, he makes up a story so no one can scold him. Boli Ji buys lottery tickets for number 4 and she loses. She gathers all of them in the gym and asks how will they repay her because she won't forgive them. Honey says that they don't have the money. Boli Ji says that the only way to repay her is to do some work for her. They have to go to a party and sell pills for her. Each pill costs 3,000 rupees and they have to sell 500 pills. They are all set to go to the party and sell the pills. Boli Ji tells them that Chucha will stay as collateral. Honey visits Priya and asks if she will go to the party with him. She says no. She says why doesn't he take his girlfriend with him? Honey replies that they broke up. All of them go to the party and while they are dancing, the police raid the party. A detective sees Lolly hiding the pills in his shirt. Police start chasing him on the road, while Lolly tries to flee away on his bike. Lolly and Zafar go to Neetu's place and Lolly asks her to hide the pills. The police come into the place and ask Lolly where he hid them. The police search the place and can't find the pills. Neetu tells them that Lolly is his student and Zafar is his fiancé. The police leave but tell Lolly to visit the station tomorrow. Honey asks Priya if she can be his girlfriend. He makes her severely uncomfortable. And when the police leaves, Priya slaps Honey because she thinks that Honey is trying to use her. She cries and leaves. Lolly uses Neetu's phone and calls Chucha. He tells him that they can't find Honey and Priya and they also lost the pills. He has to run as soon as he can. Boli Ji receives a call from the police and they tell her they raided the party but couldn't find the pills and the whole plan has flopped. Chucha runs from the place. Boli Ji's bodyguards catch Chucha and carry him to get him back to Boli Ji, but in middle, 2 policemen ask them where are they going. They throw Chucha and run away. All of them gather at Boli Ji's place and she asks them to return 25 million in 24 hours for her to forgive them. Lolly complains that they are getting deeper into this mess. Chucha tells them he had a dream. Lolly stops him because he's the reason they got into this mess in the first place. Chucha confesses that the dream was a made-up story because he couldn't sleep that night. But this time, the dream is real. Lolly asks him about the dream. Honey decodes that the number is 5. Neetu is ready to invest her money in lottery tickets for Honey and Chucha to get some money and they decide to call Pradhan Ji. They suit up in a lion suit and a peacock suit. The lion gets on the stage but even though Chucha was called several times, he doesn't get on the stage. Priya goes outside and sees that dogs are chasing Chucha. Lolly prays to God and asks him to get out of his mess. He goes out of the temple and sees that someone stole the petrol tank of his bike. An uncle passing by says that a man stole the petrol tank. He finds the drunk and scolds him for stealing the tank. The drunk tells him that he has a lot of money. Lolly asks if he could double his money for him. The drunk agrees and gives him all his money. All of them buy tickets. They won the lottery. They plan a trap for Boli Ji. She gets caught by the police. Zafar asks everyone to come to the police station and they explain the story to the policemen. In the end, Honey and Chucha's dream comes true by going on horses on the first day of college. If you liked the video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It encourages us to make videos for you guys.